Introduction to conditional statements in Python. So first of all, understand what are conditional statements. Conditional statements allow in Python or in programming a decision making based on certain conditions. The three most common conditional statements in Python are if statement, if-else statement, and if-elif-else statement. Now let's understand each one of them in some details. The first is if statement. If statement executes a block of code if a condition is true. Now let's understand with an example. The age of a person is 18 years or 18. Now, based upon the condition, whether the age is more than 18 or not, we want to execute some code. So we use the if statement. So if statement starts with the keyword if. Then after if, we write our condition, which is age greater than equal to 18, followed by colon. Then press enter. Now you can see that the print is not following the same line, but it has indentation. What do you mean by indentation? That it is starting, the second line or the print line is starting after some space. So we can say if age is greater than equal to 18 colon, then print you can vote. So since the age of the person is 18, which is actually greater than or equal to 18, the output will be also you can vote. So in Python, indentation defines the code block. So the code block after if is the statement which is followed or which is starting by the indentation. So this is about the if statement. Now let's understand the if-else statement. Now many times we want to have an output even when the first or the if condition is false. So if-else provides an alternative when the condition is false or when the if condition is false. So again, understand this with an example. Now in this case, the age is 16, right? And if age is greater than equal to 18 colon, with indentation print you can vote. Now we know clearly see that the age of the person is 16. It means that the if condition is false. Now if we leave the code here, okay, it means that if block will not give us any output, right? So we now in this case, when we want the output also, even when the first condition or the if condition is false, we use else as a keyword. So else followed by colon, and then with indentation, the print you can't vote. So we can clearly see that if the first block, if block is false, then else will give you us the output as you can't vote. And in this case, we get the output as a you can't vote. So if the condition is true, code block 1 is executed. Otherwise, code block 2 is executed. Now let's further, we want to add more conditions. So we are not satisfied with only 2 conditions, or I can say only 1 condition being true or false, or we are not satisfied with only if else, we want to add more conditions. So in this case, we use the elif, right? So for multiple conditions, we use elif, short for else if. Now, if elif else checks multiple condition one by one, and the first 2 condition will execute its corresponding block. So whenever we this if else function or the statement get the first condition as true, that will be the output of this if-elif else statement. Now again, understand this with an example. The age is 17. Now if age is greater than 18 colon, print you can vote. Now we know that this is not true. So if we leave with only if statement, then we will not get any output. Now add another condition, and at this time we want to add multiple conditions. So now instead of with the else, we will add the elif. Elif age is greater than equal to 17 colon. Now the print that just one more year to vote. Okay, because to achieve, for this person to gain or achieve 18 years of age, only 1 year is left. So elif age greater than equal to 17, then this is the block we want as a output. We can add multiple elif also. So elif age more than equal to 16 colon, then print just 2 more years to vote. Okay, in this case you can add multiple elif. Now in the end we can use else, and if none of the above condition is true, okay, then else block will give the output. Okay, so the else block is optional and runs if no other conditions are met. So this is a brief about the if-elif-else statement. Now let's take an example, real life application of conditional statements. So let's assume that for an e-commerce website, there is a discount system based on the purchase value or the cart value. So let's you have purchased 1200 rupees of value or of items. Now we want to create a function to apply the discount, or we want a conditional statement to apply the discount. So if cart value is more than 5,000, so this is the first discount rule or condition, then print 20% discount is applicable or 20% discount. If cart value or purchase value is more than 2,000, then print 10% discount is applicable for such customers. And if cart value is more than 1,000, then print 5% discount is applicable. And in the end, if none of the above condition is met, okay, then print 0% discount or no discount is applicable. So you can say that we can use the if, elif, else conditional statements in real world to define the discount system based upon the different cart values. Now in the end, in summary, so if statement executes code if the condition is true. If else provides an alternative when condition is false. So we'll get the output both in the case of true and the false. And if, elif, else help us to check the multiple conditions. So this is about the if statements or conditional statements in Python.